Swadee ka. Thank you for joining us in Newsline. We're broadcasting live on NBT, Radio Thailand FM 88, and on NBT World. It's Thursday, April 16th of 2015, and you're with me, Sandra Han Utsaha. Welcome to today's segment of Thailand Moves Forward. In our first story, Prime Minister Prayut Chan-o-cha on Wednesday expressed concerns over the holidaymakers who are returning from their long weekend breaks and asked authorities to strictly enforce security. Deputy Government Spokesman Major General Sansan Kamnut said the Prime Minister was concerned about traffic congestion and road accidents while people were returning from the Songkran holiday. The Premier therefore instructed authorities to work efficiently and help the holidaymakers return home safely. General Prayut also called on motorists to drive responsibly and be kind on the road, the deputy spokesman said. Major General Sansan stated further that the Prime Minister thanked administrative, police, and military officers and all volunteers who had been working hard throughout Songkran. Around 100,000 people were expected to have returned to Bangkok on trains after having spent the Songkran holidays in other provinces. No serious incidents have been reported despite the influx of train passengers during the holiday travel period, said Police Major General Dirasan Gaosang Ek, the Railway Police Division commander. There were only 2 minor injuries reported on April 11th when 2 passengers fell onto the coupling on a train. Other incidents involved arrests of persons in possession of drugs on trains. The Railway Police commander revealed that policemen at the various train stations did not find any passengers who were unable to get seats on trains. He said the State Railway of Thailand had been operating more trains during the Songkran travel period, with an additional 30 trains being operated. The Tourism Council of Thailand has expressed satisfaction over the number of Songkran holidaymakers, which has led to the tourism industry enjoying its income target during the festive season. According to the Tourism Council of Thailand, vacationers during the Songkran holiday are estimated at 4.2 million. Around 400,000 of them are foreigners. Their activities have generated the target income of approximately 36 billion baht. Despite the recent bomb attack at Central Festival in Surat Thani, the council reported that tourists in the southern region remained in high spirits, adding that popular provinces such as Phuket, Krabi, and Phang Nga still enjoyed up to 80 to 90% of hotel bookings. The council meanwhile called on local business operators to help monitor the situation in their areas while urging them not to overcharge visitors. The number of Songkran revelers at Khao San and Silom roads in Bangkok did not dwindle on the last day of the water splashing festivities on Wednesday. At Khao San Road, throngs of Thais and foreigners were enjoying the water play throughout Wednesday amid tight security by police and military officials. The security officials, some of whom were working undercover, were on guard against violence, contraband, and alcohol. Despite the official ban at Khao San, many Songkran revelers had been mixing powdered marl with water. Visitors to Khao San Road were reportedly dressed in less revealing garments this year, owing to repeated calls by authorities for a safer and more polite celebration of Songkran this year. On the same day, water gun-toting tourists littered Silom Road after the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration decided to extend the afternoon and evening ban on vehicular traffic for another day, allowing Songkran revelers to enjoy another day of unimpeded water splashing in safety. The 80 meters long water tunnel erected by Bangkok City Hall still operated, continually dousing visitors in water. In the same manner as at Khaosan, security officials on Siloam Road worked to prevent visitors from bringing in powdered marl, alcoholic drinks, and weapons. City Hall personnel reportedly started cleaning up both Khaosan and Siloam roads at midnight so they could be opened to traffic on the morning of Thursday. The foreign minister is now in the Netherlands to attend an international conference on cyberspace. Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Minister General Thanasak Patimaprakon has traveled to The Hague in the Netherlands to attend the Global Conference on Cyberspace 2015, which kicked off on Wednesday. General Thanasak is attending the fourth of such an international event at an invitation of the Dutch government. He is scheduled to deliver a speech on behalf of Thailand today before paying a visit to the Innovation Room, Europe's largest security center, where technological innovations related to security have been put on display. The Conference on Cyberspace is an international event that focuses on the exchange of experience and practices of excellence in putting order into and setting up security standards for international cyberspace. Representatives from public and private sectors, as well as international organizations and civic groups from 106 countries, are attending this year's event, which will run until April 18th. Dr. Tianchai Kiranan, the chairman of the National Reform Council, or NRC, has stressed that in order for a public referendum on the new constitution to be meaningful, the public must be well informed of its provisions. The NRC chairman cautioned that a poorly informed public could reject the new charter for the wrong reasons. Therefore, the NRC itself must contribute to the disseminating of information about the new charter through various public forums while constantly collecting feedback from all walks of society. He is confident that the upcoming NRC deliberation session of the first draft of the charter on April 20th to 26th will be conducted in a professional and constructive manner. As the designated chairman of the deliberation session, he has assured that all NRC members have been well briefed on the debate procedure and are well aware of the various topics that are to be discussed. The Department of Internal Trade, or DIT, has continued to monitor commodity prices in the second half of this year. DIT Deputy Director General Santichai Santawanpat said the department will also run the Blue Flag program until the end of 2015. Consumers are able to purchase household items at affordable prices at stores displaying the blue flag. The DIT has also developed a smartphone application that announces the location and venues of discount goods. The application is expected to be completed and ready for use in May. The DIT is currently making a list of everyday items to be included in the application. The Ministry of Energy has reported that the maintenance of gas pipelines in Myanmar is progressing quickly, while expecting the highest energy consumption of the year to occur during April 23rd to 25th as the temperature rises. Commenting on Myanmar's temporary closure of its gas fields for the annual pipeline maintenance, Deputy Permanent Secretary for Energy Tawarat Sutabut disclosed that the works at the Yetakun gas field have been completed by over 58% and at the Yadana gas field by 61%. He assured that full completion of both fields will be made within the scheduled time frame and gas delivery to Thailand will resume on time. As summer is in full swing, Mr. Tawarat said the annual peak load of electricity is expected to be recorded between April 23rd and 25th, which is forecast to be the hottest period of the year. Nonetheless, the total consumption of power is likely to be lower than the projection by 1,000 to 2,500 megawatts. The reduction is attributable to the stormy weather conditions in many areas, as well as public involvement in energy conservation. On the occasion of Songkran Day, the Deputy Permanent Secretary encouraged the public to keep all electrical devices away from water for safety reasons and to get involved in the energy-saving campaign. Authorities continued searching for an American diver suspected of having fallen overboard a vessel while on a diving excursion to the Similan Islands off the coast of Phang Province. 36-year-old Joshua Devine had been missing from a live-aboard boat early on Saturday. He was reportedly intoxicated when he went missing from the vessel. Searches were being conducted by sea and air around an area 17 nautical miles off Phuket's western coast. Phuket Governor Nisit Jansom-wong said the searches had been hampered by rough seas, the late reporting of the missing person, and the unclear site of disappearance. He added that all fishing vessels near the search site have been asked to help look for the missing man. The missing American works as a civilian IT staff at a U.S. military base in Kuwait and is a part-time diving instructor. And that's the end of today's edition of Thailand Moves Forward. It's time for a break, but first here's a look at the exchange rates and commodity prices.
To maintain a strong nation, Thailand is promoting 12 core values for the good of the people. The 8th core value: maintaining discipline and respectfulness of the law and the elderly.
Even if we don't see them, they are amongst us. And they're hungry. Slay your power-sucking monsters. Take their power away. Think when you plug.
NBT World, a 24-hour English language television service operated by the National News Bureau of Thailand, or NNT, is designed to bring the most reliable information about Thailand to the international community. NBT World is available on various platforms, including via C-band set-top boxes, GMMZ Channel 202, PSI Channel 272, and a live stream on thainews.prd.go.th/newsing. You can also follow us on facebook.com/NNT News or download the PRD News EN application on your smartphones. NBT World, a vision of Thailand.
Welcome back. You're watching Newsline. The Department of Industrial Promotion is planning to promote the industrial scene in the southern region, particularly in Yala, Pattani, Narathiwat, Satun, and Songkhla provinces. Department of Industrial Promotion, or DIP, Director General Atit Wutikaro said the plan would focus on the para-rubber processing, food processing, and garment industries. He said the region contains all the necessary elements for production, such as human resources, raw materials, and means to add value to products. The project is expected to boost the quality of life of the locals, he said, estimating that participants would be able to generate at least 25% more of their income. The Director General said about 28 million baht in funds has been set aside for the scheme, which includes business expansion and investment, ASEAN integration through border trade, projects to encourage new entrepreneurs, projects that promote and develop latex products, and the establishment of learning centers. Nonetheless, Mr. Atit said the DIP would focus on the para-rubber processing industry first, as latex products contribute 105 billion baht of export revenue annually. The Department of Skill Development is ready to provide intensive training for Thai workers in a bid to cater to growing demand in special economic zones across the country. To accommodate the expansion of special economic zones, Director General of the Department of Skill Development, Mom Luang Buntarik Semiti, stated that her department will provide workers with training in the fields with high demand, such as logistics, construction, and mechanical repair. Although the specialty of each economic zone remains undefined, the Director General affirmed that the training courses can commence right away, as they can be adjusted for more effectiveness later on. For areas with a large population of foreign workers, the Director General noted that workers of Thai nationality will receive the privilege of being trained for supervisor positions. Meanwhile, in the Special Economic Zone of the eastern province of Trat, a plan is being studied for promoting cross-border tourism in cooperation with neighboring Cambodia. As for the economic zones of Mukdahan and Sakeo provinces, the emphasis is being placed on logistics and industrial development respectively. As an example, Mom Luang Buntarik pointed out that worker training in the aforementioned provinces will be arranged in accordance with their respective forte. And now we have a look at what's happening around elsewhere in the world. 2 earthquakes struck north and northwest China on Wednesday afternoon, killing 1 person and toppling scores of houses, local authorities said. A 4.5 magnitude quake hit Lintao County of northwestern Gansu province at 3:08 p.m., killing 1 person in Yogu village, about 20 kilometers from the epicenter, according to the China Earthquake Network Center, or CENC. A resident of Xinyong village was injured and has been taken to hospital. A 5.8 magnitude earthquake also hit Alashan Left Banner in North China's Inner Mongolia Autonomous Region at 3:39 p.m. At a depth of 10 kilometers, the center was monitored at 39.8 degrees north and 106.3 degrees east. The quake was followed by a 4.0 magnitude aftershock 5 minutes later. No casualties or property damage have been reported, as the area is remote and sparsely populated, but the local authorities are still checking possible damage. The quake was felt in the nearby cities of Yinchuan and Shinzushan in Ningxia Hui Autonomous Region and Wuwei and Bayin in Gansu Province. Several trains running through Ningxia were delayed. Kenya's anti-terror police have been questioning individuals and organizations suspected of funding the al-Qaeda-linked militant group Al-Shabaab after the government froze their bank accounts last week. Following the terrorist attack that killed 147 people and wounded 79 others at the Garissa University College in northeast Kenya, authorities have frozen 86 accounts belonging to alleged financiers of Al-Shabaab-related terror activities. The individuals and organizations who were asked to report to the anti-terror police had to be identified and thoroughly searched before they were questioned. Mahmoud Abubakar, director of the rights group Haki Africa, one of the many who were under investigation, said the police wanted to know who Haki Africa, the directors of Haki Africa, and their partners are. Abubakar said his organization had previously worked with police by teaching officers in Mombasa about human rights. Kenya's Human Rights Commission is questioning how the list of alleged financiers was compiled. It fears the government is merely penalizing innocent Kenyans instead of cornering al-Shabaab's financiers and sympathizers. The Ubinas volcano in southwestern Peru erupted on Wednesday, sending an ash cloud of 3,500 meters into the air, Peru's Geological Institute of Mining and Metallurgy reported. Video footage taken from Peru's Geological Institute of Mining and Metallurgy shows the eruption, which took place at 7:59 a.m. and lasted 353 seconds. According to the head of the Arequipa branch of the Peruvian Geophysics Institute, Orlando Mercedo, particular seismic movements were recorded in the hours preceding the eruption, which indicated that magma was rising through the volcano. Energy was given out for nearly 5.5 minutes of explosion. Even now, the emissions are continuing, exhalations which take place after an explosion, but which are going to carry on throughout the day, Macedo said on Wednesday. According to specialists, the falling ash could create health problems in the area, as well as damaging crops. Locals have been advised to use masks, protective eyewear, and to cover water deposits and food stores. The effects were felt over a kilometer away, where rocks thrust out of the volcano had fallen. Some 260 illegal migrants were detained off the coast of Libya as they attempted to cross into Europe, officials said Wednesday, 2 days after 400 others died when their boat capsized while en route to Italy. The migrants, all African nationals, were arrested by the Libyan Coast Guard near the northwestern city of Misrata on Monday and were later transferred to the city's holding facility for illegal migrants. We have detained illegal migrants along the Libyan coast. They were detained by the Misrata Coast Guard and handed over to the Misrata Center for the Combat of Illegal Migration. At least 260 migrants carrying different African nationalities were detained. The administrative manager at the Misrata Holding Center for Illegal Migrants, Saleh Abu Dabous, told Reuters on Wednesday. According to Abu Dabous, men, women, and children were among the detainees. The detentions were announced in the wake of the tragic death of 400 illegal migrants as their boat capsized while en route to Italy from Libya. Before this incident, there had already been more than 500 deaths of migrants crossing the Mediterranean from Africa this year, up sharply from 47 in the same period of 2014, said Geneva-based International Organization for Migration, or IOM. And that's it for today's edition of Newsline. For any comments or suggestions, please feel free to email them to us at newsline.nbt@gmail.com. You can also follow us on Facebook by simply typing in NNT, and you can check out our website at thainews.prd.go.th/newsing. We're saying goodbye with some footage of Chiang Mai celebrating the last day of Songkran. I'm Sandra Han with Saha for Newsline. Have a great day. Sawadee ka.